pick. It's a busy time.
Welcome to the Source. The Source. Source. Hey, get the Source.
What's up, everybody? Special shout out to whoever's on right now watching. 12:45 a.m. Eastern. Obviously, this is mostly for people that are going to be watching in the morning. But for those of you that are up, Sauce Network After Dark, let's go.
We're back.
Mr. Weskers, crazy ass is here. Sheed, what's up, man? Thanks for coming in. Syracuse money line, nice hit. All right. Yeah. Coach Tim. Nah, dude, we're just go to bed. We got playoff baseball tomorrow, full slate of college football, and I'm just getting started. I actually drank a coffee a couple hours ago. I'm jazzed up.
I just had a cup of coffee. Let's go.
I had a coffee around 11. I still got to post my top bets, parlay of the day. I got a college football video that I got to upload. I did a bunch of quick hitters. I'm ready, man. So, all right. Without further ado, we have 4 playoff baseball games. Tigers, Cleveland is first. We were talking about this game earlier today or yesterday, depending on what day you're watching this. Toast a little shaky about back in Tanner Bybee in Cleveland. Are you going? I mean, it's kind of. I think Cleveland wins, but it's kind of hard to argue if you're going to take the Tigers because they keep cashing.
You can call it a play on the number. I honestly, it's not even when I bet this. It's not a play on the number for me. I do think the Tigers have advantages in most of this game. You're going to see that I'm going to try to most likely fade these teams that are coming off of this break. Teams like the Dodgers and the Indians, the Guardians and the Yankees, stuff like that. But again, this is like a carbon copy of Game 2 for the Tigers for me. I talked about in Game 2 going into Houston how I felt like the Tigers are going to have an advantage, and it's going to be extremely hard for those Astro bats to gain an advantage.
Astro?
Huh?
You meant Cleveland bats.
No, I was talking
you're
about
talking about the preview. My bad. I'll shut up.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. Game in those Astro bats, it was going to be hard for them to get things going. And sure enough, you saw Detroit use 7, maybe 8 pitchers in that game. And I think you're going to see the same thing today. They know that they have Skubal going in Game 2, so he's going to be able to go 7, 8 innings, however many he's going to go, whatever he does. Not to mention the fact, let's just take a look at Tanner Bybee. His last 5 starts at home, got throttled by Texas, got throttled by the Royals, didn't look good against the Tampa Bay Rays. Keep in mind, the Rays had absolutely nothing to play for. He gave up 8 hits and 3 runs. His last 2 starts against 2 teams that are deader than dirt, he actually pitched somewhat decent. That was Minnesota and Cincinnati, though. Keep in mind that those teams were deader than a doornail the last couple of weeks of the season, so that doesn't really move the needle for me. On top of the fact, this is going to be the 5th time the Tigers are going to be seeing Tanner Bybee this year, because remember, they play in the same division. So again, there's nothing that in this game that Cleveland has the advantage in besides the actual bullpen. But again, I don't see, we've talked about Cleveland all year long, well, at least the second half of the year, that they can't hit right-handed pitching. Well, guess what? You're going to see maybe 2 lefty arms in that Tigers bullpen. I'm sorry, they have Tyler Holton and what's the other guy? I think that's it. Oh, no, Gunther or whatever his last name is, but you don't really see him a ton as far as like these beginning of these games. But again, you're going to see a whole bunch of right-handed pitching, whether it be Casey Mize, Jackson Joe, Ty Madden, Will Vest. Again, I just feel like Detroit has the advantage in so many things, and we're getting them at plus 130. Cleveland hasn't played in over a week. Again, yes, Cleveland has the bullpen advantage, but I don't think it's going to come into play here today. I think the Tigers probably get a couple off of Tanner Bybee, and they let those guys go to work in the bullpen. And keep in mind, we've seen this type of thing happen. We just saw this last year with the Diamondbacks, where the bullpen was somewhat shaky through the year, and then they kind of caught fire as a team as a whole, and we saw them play well. And I think that we're seeing the same thing here with Detroit this week. So again, I just feel like at plus 130, it's down to like plus 125 now. That doesn't change my mind. I just don't feel like Cleveland should be laying this heavy juice at all.
I'm putting up Cleveland for me. Oh, I just changed Toast pick by accident. But I think Cleveland wins the series. I don't know, minus 155 with Bybee at home. I won't be betting that, but I do have an underdog pick 'em. My last one hit.
Yeah.
So I gotta go for 2 in a row. I got 3 picks in this one. Here it is. Ohtani over a half or higher than a half walk. Zach Wheeler higher than 4.5 hits allowed. He might give up 10 hits to Grimace. So Zach Wheeler higher than 4.5 hits. Tanner Bybee lower than a half first inning hit allowed. I'm going for 2 in a row here. If you don't have an Underdog Fantasy account, it's available in any state, highlighted in this map here, highlighted in yellow. If you're in one of the states, head over to Underdog Fantasy, the website, or download the app. When you make your account, make sure you use the promo code BET. That'll get you up to $1,000 deposit bonus match. So, anyway, next game. It's time. I'm going to put up this poll right now, and I'm going to be confused if people start clicking on Phillies. It's like you guys still don't get what's happening here. This Mets team is on a mission from the Lord. There's so many. It can't be explained on a baseball level. What's happening is inexplicable. We just saw the most pivotal in terms of win probability added. We just saw the most pivotal playoff hit we've seen in the MLB since 2005, in the last 20 years. And it came from the most unclutch hitter on the Mets roster. Whatever the unlikely thing is to happen, if the Mets need some magic, it happens. It just keeps happening over and over again. We play a double hitter, fly over to Milwaukee, no bullpen, come out and score 6 runs on Freddie Peralta. This Grimace team is magic. Of course, it's Grimace at plus 150. You got to be crazy to lay plus 150 to the hottest team in Major League Baseball. And not just in the last week, not just the last 2 weeks. For the last 3 months, the Mets have the best record in baseball, I'm pretty sure. How?
The Mets have, since Grimace came out, they have the best record in baseball.
The best record in baseball. Plus 150. I don't care if it's Kodai Senga. I don't care if it's Meatball McGill. These bats are magical, man. And look, I don't know. Some of you guys might not be too familiar with the city of Philadelphia. It's nothing threatening about it, about the people, about the sports teams. I'm scared of the Dodgers a little bit. I'm not scared of Philadelphia. Remember what all the Sixers fans were saying when we were playing the Knicks in the playoffs? Light work. This is light work, guys. You'll see me stressed when we play the Dodgers in the series that follows, but this is going to be fun. I'm going to enjoy the shit out of this.
Hard to follow that, obviously, but let's talk about who's going to be pitching. I'm on the Mets as well. That's absolutely ridiculous. I agree with everything that Kyle said. You can call it hyperbole, you can call it a joke, but winning those games in the top of the 9th inning with Lindor and Pete Alonso, because I can assure you that 95% of Mets Nation were like, here comes a double play from Pete, and then everything changes. So this team just continues to defy odds. Do I worry about Kodai Senga? Honestly, not really. I've been trying to talk to people all day, trying to understand what's going on, and Kodai Senga comes out in the media and saying he doesn't care if it's 2 or 200 pitches, he's ready to go. Like, if that doesn't fire you up, I don't know what does. I go back to what I said last night or earlier today on the live, that I feel like this has to have been the plan the whole time. I feel like they had to have known that this was the time frame that they would be able to use him, and if they got to this series, they were going to use him. And it looks like they did, because I went and even watched like New York radio, and a lot of those guys were surprised that he was going to be starting too. So if it was that much kept in the dark, I have a feeling it was kept in the dark for a reason. Is Zach Wheeler fantastic? Yes. Is Zach Wheeler even better at home in the bank? Yes. You're never going to hear me, especially in October, you're not going to hear me say a bad word about Zach Wheeler.
You'll hear me say it.
What I will say is this. The Mets just saw him on 9/22. He did go 7 innings, only gave up 2 runs. That was in New York. His previous 2 times that he's faced this Mets team in the bank, it wasn't the playoffs, I will give you that. But it was 12 innings, 17 hits, 10 runs. Grimace got all over that ass last year. This Grimace team is something different. They are playing on a roll right now. Again, I played the Mets. I'm going to continue to play the Mets if they're going to continue to give me these huge plus prices. It's working out so far. So let the hate come on. I'll take it. But yeah, Mets money line for me. I'm not worried about Senga. You're going to see David Peterson behind him most likely for a couple innings, and then everything else is going to be whatever Mendoza feels like he needs to do or the front office needs to do. But between Kodai and David Peterson, I think that we're going to be all right.
see some what people are saying in the comments right now. Said Mets are gassed right now.
The Mets, they weren't gassed.
That's what I'm saying. Like
they weren't gassed after they blotched game 2, and then they have to come back and get up to that game on the road again. Get out of here.
Gas doesn't exist. The Lord is showing us who his favorite baseball team is. It's loud and clear. It's the Mets.
I mean,
we're on a mission from something a higher power. So yeah, it's Mets.
And for the record, Kodai Senga has pitched against the Phillies before, against that lineup, 45 total plate appearances. Phillies are average 146 off of him. Expected slug 280. Expected WOBA 227. So nothing special. He's actually really dominated this Phillies roster. I think he's only seen him like once or twice. So, but regardless, I would be twice. But yeah,
I gotta say this next game, Royals in Yankee Stadium. I don't like your bet here. I mean, it's plus 170. How could I really criticize it? But I think Waka's going to get poked, honestly.
I don't.
So Toast is on the Royals for those of you that aren't in the Discord and don't already know that.
I'm on the Royals. Again, I'm trying to take advantage of some of these teams that are on a break, and the Yankees are definitely going to be one of them. Yes, you can absolutely make an argument that the Royals weren't scoring against Baltimore. And again, I know that the Yankees lineup is much better than Baltimore's, but they've also been off for a week. And we all know if the Yankees are one thing, the Yankees are very, very streaky. They can be very, very hot for a week to 10 days, and then they can go absolutely ice cold against whoever it is on the mound. I trust Michael Wacha. It's just that simple. I watched him all year last year when he played for San Diego. He was one of the guys that I was really sad that we let go, him and Seth Lugo. And honestly, he's been pitching extremely well this year. And I have no reason to believe that he's not going to pitch well against the Yankees team that hasn't seen live arms in a while. Not to mention the fact that Michael Wacha didn't get to face the Yankees last year, but the year before that, he faced them twice, went 13 total innings, only gave up 3 runs. Again, I don't think that it's really hard for me to worry about Michael Wacha in this spot. And again, that bullpen for the Royals showed that they were able and capable to keep Baltimore down. Again, are the Yankees a different story? 100%. Is Garrett Cole very good? Yeah. But I think that we could all be honest. Garrett Cole's a little bit of a head case himself, and he can get himself in trouble. I mean, we saw that with the Boston game. And also take a look at the teams that Garrett Cole has faced his last 7 starts: Cleveland, Washington, Texas, the Cubs, Boston, Oakland, and Baltimore. Name one of those teams that scares you offensively. I'll wait. Because, so again, is he pitching well over his last 7 starts? Yeah, sure. Against absolutely nobody's. Again,
throw the Royals in with them.
I'm not trying to make a case that the Royals are some offense that's above and beyond those teams that I just mentioned. But what I am saying is that they've already played 2 games. They're playing with fire. And again, the Yankees still might win this series. I don't know. But at this price, my hand was forced. I had to play the Royals. Again, Michael Wacha has his last 5 starts against this Yankees team going back to 2021. Gave up 3 runs 1 time. Besides that, all 2 runs or less, a couple shutties as well. So, again, I just don't think that the starting pitching advantage is warranting the fact that the Yankees are fucking minus 200. What? No, absolutely
That's
not.
a big number for the playoffs. I'll give you that.
Big number for the playoffs, and keep in mind, if Garrett Cole goes 7, 8, 9 innings, so be it. But again, I'm going to continue to preach on this. This Yankees bullpen cannot be trusted. It cannot be trusted.
I don't really trust Michael Wacha here. Van Bosch is with you, though, in the comments. He's saying he's on the under in Royals in Game 1. And someone else says Royals and over. Pretty much everyone else is saying Yankees, though. There are a couple in the comments taking the Royals with you. So people are saying, Post, are you drunk? He said, are you drunk taking all these underdogs? All the underdogs aren't going to win. Yeah, but the point is all of them don't have to win to be profitable. That's why you only have to go 50% to turn a profit with those guys.
Don't tell anybody, but if I hit 2, I'm up money. Just say it.
If you take all underdogs, you go 2-2, you're up money. All right. That being said, I don't think the Royals are going to win. Now, let's get to the delusion segment of the show. Dodgers minus 135 is a gift. It's an absolute gift. This is just fade of the Padres hype. I saw Fernando Tatis Jr. giving an Instagram interview. He was explaining what drip was. Drip. He was explaining how it's like your vibe and your
Did
aura.
you see him? He got the shirt on halfway. Dude, Fernando Tatis is the definition of drip. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, he was explaining what drip was, and it was at that moment where I realized I was going to blindly fade the Padres for the rest of the playoffs. So I'm sticking to that. I haven't bet this yet, but I'll be honest. This is the late game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I haven't actually placed this bet yet, but if you're in the Discord, you'll see. I'll share the screenshot when I do it. I'll be on this way.
I'm not going to come on here. I did bet the Padres at plus money, but I'm not going to try to sit here and make a case that I think it's a slam dunk. You have to bet the Padres. I honestly really love the first 3 plays where I know that they're big dogs. I like those much more than I like the Padres in this spot. But again, the Padres have absolutely owned Yamamoto this year. He's faced them 2 times and got absolutely obliterated in both times. 6 total innings, 8 hits, 8 runs. One of those was in Japan or whatever, or Tokyo, wherever the hell they were. But regardless, he came back out later that year, or later, like a month later after that, and got hit up as well. And keep in mind, here again, same with Yamamoto, just like Cole. Here's the last 7 teams that he's faced: Colorado, the Yankees, the Royals, the Cubs, Atlanta, Colorado. So he's been fantastic against the Royals and the Braves, who chop, they suck too. The Cubs can't hit for Dick. And again, I'm just saying, like, it's just the truth. So am I worried about Dylan Cease? Yeah, again, but he has faced the Dodgers twice this year, 10 2/3 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs. The 1 start in LA, he gave up 3 runs. Again, if he gets hit up and Dylan Cease gets sparked up, then we don't have a chance. But if Kyle's right and the Dodgers minus 135 is a gift, then that's Dylan Cease is going to get hit up and it's not going to be close. But I think that the Padres are playing completely over their heads right now. And I also think that Dylan Cease is going to have a very short leash as well. And Mike Schultz has went on record in saying that he has no problem using that bullpen as much as possible whenever he has to. So I think that you're going to see Dylan Cease work as long as he can possibly can. I would expect like 4, maybe 5 innings at Dylan Cease. In the first sign of trouble, he will be pulled, and you're going to see that's where you get interesting. That's where I find it interesting with the Joe Musgrove.
Would they bring in Vasquez as long relief?
I don't think so. But that's a good question, and I don't know how they're going to handle it, because they have Darvish listed as a long reliever too. But there's a big but. With Joe Musgrove. Go ahead.
I was going to say, Pooh's in long
relief? Yeah, Pooh's got jumped. Pooh's got pushed to long reliever, but I'm okay with that. My point being is that I don't know what you're going to see, because with Joe Musgrove going down, I think that's going to obviously turn into a bullpen day for the Padres. So I would assume that after Cease, you're going to see a combination of Matsui and Darvish and Peralta. That again, if he gets pulled early, if it's in like 6th, 7th, 8th, you're going to see Suarez, Scott, and Adam and Estrada. But I think they're going to try to save Morahone and Brian Hoeing for that bullpen game whenever Musgrove's spot comes up. So again, the Dodgers bullpen has been somewhat decent. I will give them that. Again, still not a unit that I trust, but they have been pitching really well at home over the last 30 days. The xFIP's pretty high, not great. But they have been getting the job done. But again, San Diego over the last 30 days is 4th in WRC plus OPS and WOBA against bullpens as well. I just think that the Padres, honestly, I think the Padres are a better, deeper team. The Dodgers are a little bit more top heavy at the lineup. There's no question about that with Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman. But Freeman has a broken hand, and he just came out today and said that he would be on the IL if it wasn't the playoffs. So he's not 100%. We all know that Mookie Betts hasn't done anything in his playoffs in his life, and this is Shohei's first time in the playoffs. So even if Shohei goes off,
you think he's going to be nervous?
No, I don't. He even said he was nervous today, whether you believe it or not. But somebody asked him if he was nervous. No translator.
Dude,
nope.
Robots don't get nervous.
That's true. That's yeah, I agree. And he spit it out in like plain English too, which was even more savage. But anyway, I know that Tommy Edman was starting to play well at the end of the year. And again, if he comes on, so be it. But Will Smith, Tommy Edman, Gavin Lux, and Miguel Rojas doesn't really do it for me, considering the fact that you have a Padres lineup that I feel is just as deep, if not deeper, especially when it comes to the bench players as well. So, again, if Dylan Cease is AKA Dylan deceased, as Shipley would say, then we don't have a shot. But I think that if he goes out and gives me 5 innings of 2-run baseball, at best this game is a coin flip. I will gladly take my chances with the Friars.
Yeah, I'll be on the other side. I'll be on the Dodgers. But you've started a cult here because the Padres, the viewership likes the Padres, 50% to 46%. I can't believe Dodgers in game 1 and -135 is not being picked by the community. Let's do a community top bet. By the way, community top bet the other day was Tigers money line at +130 and it hit. So I was making fun of the community. Joke's on me, apparently. So the community votes were Tigers money line. Then they voted Mets. They voted Yankees. And then they voted... Should we do Yankees -1.5? Because that's expensive. -1.5. And then they voted Padres. So what is the community's favorite bet?
The Padres are literally going to get swept. Okay. Why does everybody keep saying fade me? You guys act like I'm having a bad season or something. Like,
I mean, they're not the most intelligent.
Fade. I hit the Mets and the under. Fade this dude. Ice cold. Ice cold.
You can win 9 bets in a row, lose the 10th, and someone will comment, I'm up so much fading this guy.
Those are my favorites, yeah. I will say the spite likes, I'll give you credit. Those feel really good every time.
Yeah. Yeah, don't respond. Just click the like button.
No words, just one
just
click.
Click the like button. What is with you guys fucking love the Tigers. The Tigers are about to win this again for the community's favorite
Detroit,
bet.
Rock City. Woo! I mean, come on. That line is absolutely ridiculous. Like,
damn.
Absolutely.
I might bet Cleveland fade the community again. All right, and it's actually close. A lot of people are clicking the Yankees as well. I'm going to give it 5 more seconds. See if the Yankees can make a comeback here in the poll.
Kyle's going to turn into a Yankees fan here soon.
Nah, I don't like the Royals to be the one to do it. You know who I think could beat the Yankees? Cleveland. With that bullpen, they're going to have the advantage the second half of every single baseball game.
I was just saying that to somebody last night as well because we were in the casino, and I was like, I think if there's one team that no one's talking about, it's Cleveland, because if that game is tied in the 6th inning or later, they are going to have the advantage. And I'm on Detroit, but I'm just saying that if this in game 1, if Cleveland just happens to find their bats, then that's even more scary. Like if Jose Ramirez is going, I mean, they're going to be stealing bases and whatnot. So yeah, that's another thing I didn't say really quickly though. That's, the Royals very, very good at stealing bases. We know how the Yankees can kind of struggle with that, especially with their defense and run prevention. So again, another reason why I like the Royals as well.
So the community favorite bet again is the Tigers money line at plus money. You guys hit it last time. Thanks to 400 people in here after 1 a.m. Love it. You guys are the shit.
You guys are so awesome. I love our community.
We were recording this mostly for people to watch in the morning. We weren't sure if people are gonna, but I do have to go. All right. So for college football stuff, I'm posting my favorite bets, 2 parlays of the day, underdog of the day. The post that I always do, that'll be up in about an hour. I'm posting a video with some quick hitters, doing some more handicapping. That'll be up later. Tomorrow morning's the live show at 10 a.m. And the league will be up real late, like 3 a.m. So you'll have about 9 hours to submit your league picks. If you're in the league, or if you want to get in the league now, you have to start -3 units. You'd have to wait till Thursday to get in the new one. But you can still win it. You can join down 3 units and take a bunch of underdogs and still have a shot.
Or you can spoil somebody else's reign.
No. That's only MLB. It's not head-to-head. You're in a division.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah. You got to win your division. So anyway, thanks everyone for watching. I got to get to work. Got a ton of stuff to do. See you all 10 a.m.